Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Marketing 101 for Chiropractors. We're going to wrap up 2023 with a little bit of a bang. I hope most of you still like me after this podcast. I'm going to lose one or two of you, but I guarantee you I'm going to get a couple hundred off of this one. What a year. What a year. What a bunch of crap we've heard from everyone this year about how great it really was. This was one of the most tumultuous years I've ever worked in my life as far as our damn governments, the economy, healthcare, people, Gen Z. It has been crazy. And if you're with me, you're with me. If you're not, you're full of shit. So I'm going to impose something for you for next year if you truly want to be successful. This is all it really takes. It takes being bold, being predictive, and being authentic, your authentic self, and all those equal to being a very valuable human being. So try and do this in 2024 and stick to your ground. So many of you I've worked with and crossed paths. You're so amazing. You're just amazing in what you do and what you believe, and you just want to help people. That's what health service is all about. But when it comes to business, it gets so rigid. It gets so tough to get through the mud of business, and I get it. And here's the news for you: when it comes to next year, the mud's going to be just as thick. It's not going to get any thinner. You're not going to turn this to water and start swimming laps around people. It doesn't happen that way. It's the continuous build of what you're doing. So just don't give up when it comes to next year. Keep doing what you're doing. Pick the things that work. Pick the things that you won with in 2023 and run with them in 2024. And don't listen to the chatter that's out there. There's so many people out there wanting to help you and be on your side, and they're doing this with you. It's like a big swim team. We're all part of the same team. We're all trying to get the same goal, and that's to win. We want to see you win too. So here's some things when we're going into marketing. Of course, everything comes back to marketing for 2024 is just double down on the things that worked. And some of the things that you think that don't work are your social media. You think that, I'm kind of wasting time. I'm going to yell all year next year. So either block me, unmute me, whatever, do whatever you have to do to stop hearing this message, unless you need to hear it, is you got to be loud next year. You got to just do videos. And when we say loud, it doesn't mean your content has to be repulsive. It has to be, contradictory. It has to be alienating. It doesn't have to be anything like that. Your content just has to be consistent. You just have to keep putting stuff out there. So do this with your business. And if you want to be nerdy, be nerdy. If you want to be funny, be funny. If you want to be fun, be fun. Whatever it is with your content, just keep doing it. And that's what's going to build your community. And more important for next year, the word of 2024 is audience. I want you to really think of this as a production, whether you're into theater, movies, art, whatever it is, paintings. Think about this as your audience next year. Look at your marketing as an audience. What does the audience want to see? We've learned a lot in 2023. And what we've learned is that Marvel is not as cool as it used to be. Disney sucks. The people are starting to turn their back. Things that they've been looking up to for many, many years. 2023 has taught me a lot of things. And I hope I can share that with you here. There's a shift. People are going back to community now. People are going back to want to be part of something. 2020 really shook the ground for a lot of people. It shook their foundation, their beliefs, their communities, and they're trying to reattach it. And subconsciously, what everyone's doing is they're grabbing glue and trying to reattach their life together, not even knowing it, because it just looks normal. The roads were still open. The signal lights all worked. The hospitals were open. The grocery stores were open. Walmart was open. It felt normal, but we all knew it wasn't. But for some parts, they're just getting back together. For other of us, 2022, we got back together, but it doesn't matter. Now, 2024, we're all back together, and we're all holding this glue to try and reconnect everything. So your audience, I want you to look at everything as an audience. And I've helped a couple of people recently. And when I brought up the audience analogy, they've come back to me a couple of weeks later and be like, that's so perfect to look at your marketing as if I'm putting up a production for an audience. I have to keep my audience engaged. They used to love Marvel movies. They now don't. What do I need to do next to pivot in my content to keep my audience engaged? That is 2024. And if you do these things that we're going to go through in the next couple minutes, you will win big time. Big time. like the Raiders over the Chargers, if you watched that game not too long ago. You're going to win huge on this one. So the things you need to do, your social media has to be consistent. Stop posting pictures, stop writing text, stop putting up recipes. What people want to see is video, quick form video, under 60 seconds. Put this stuff out there. It can be informative. It can be funny. It just needs to be you. Most of it should be fun. Most of it should be organic content. 70% of your content should all be organic. It should be stuff that you do day to day, things that engage people, you being human. The other 30% is your superpower, is your superhuman stuff that you do. Whatever profession you're in, that's your superpower. That's the stuff only 30% of your content needs to be the how and the what that you do. But everyone wants to hear about why, when, what exactly is it that you do, the tools that you use, the food that you eat, the cars that you drive, the coffee that you drink, your favorite foods, your favorite local places, your favorite patients, your favorite people, your favorite movies, they want to know more about you. And that's, I think, the connection that's being lost, is that we put ourselves up front as a business and we don't put ourselves up front of who we are. But when people come into the practice, why do they stick around? You. They stick around because of you. They end up liking you. And here's something some of you don't want to hear. You know why patients don't come back? They don't like you. And that's okay. Next, right? It's like baseball. Next pitch. I didn't like that pitch. Fine. Foul it off or miss it. Who cares? Or let it go as a strike. But the next pitch is coming. And your next patient's coming. So how do we hit home runs? And that's what this is all about for next year. Change the way you look at this, because once you look at audience, then you're going to look at your Google ads. Then you're going to look at your SEO. Then you're going to look at your Facebook marketing. Then you're going to look, if you're going to indulge in TikTok, then you're going to look at your YouTube channel. Then you're going to look at possible billboards in town. Then you're going to look at, direct marketing to your local community through EDDM. There's so many different ways and avenues to do this, and there's no way or shape or form that you need to do all of them. You're going to pick and choose the winners. You're going to pick and choose your top 3 hitters to go in the top 3 of the batting order, right? That's the same way with this. Is you can't throw money at all 9 people in the batting order, because you're going to go past the salary cap on this, right? We all have a limit on our marketing budget. So we're going to pick the 3 things that go there, and we're going to focus on the audience. What do they want to see? What is it that they want? It's not the $29 exams. Nobody wants that anymore. So we're way past the point of these low offer things to get people in. So when we talk about what to do, it's all about you reshifting your mindset for 2024. I think the new year, new you thing that you guys do for a lot of your patients, maybe you should take a moment and do this for yourself. I'm certainly going to do it. I'm going to sit down and be like, okay, new year, new me. I haven't done this in a few years, to be honest with you. It's always practice, marketing calendar for the next year, the employees, making sure we're growing, making sure the associates are growing, making sure everyone else but myself. But this year, I'm like, you know what, new year, new you. We're going to look at this and go, what am I going to do for my audience to keep them engaged? That costs absolutely nothing. And it is your social media channels. How can we grow these? Here's a tactic that's going to work phenomenally next year. Pages is the key on your social media. So the pages on your Facebook group is very different than your profile. Many of you just use your profile to post stuff, and then you have a clinic page, which is great. You have one page. But what if you had a whole bunch of pages screaming in the audience in your community every single day? How much faster could you build an audience, and how much faster could you get your message out there to more people? With 1 page, 2 page, 3 pages, 4 pages, 5 pages, 6 pages? How many pages can you create that you do not have to run, that can all work underneath the one umbrella of your business page? That's where we're going on here. So if you have multiple professionals inside your business, you got to get all of them to open up a business page, a profile page, a page. So it's going to be Dr. Michael Jordan. That's your one person that's in there. Dr. Serena Williams. That's your second one. Dr. Enrico Dolcecore. Dr. Larry Bird, whatever, whoever works in your office. All these people are going to have their own pages, and you're going to give them, as the CEO of your business, one job to do for 2024. Post something every day. They're not going to. Are they going to do 350 posts next year? Probably not. But by having that goal every day, it's just like when you tell people, how often should they do the dinner roll at home for their neck? Every single day for 20 minutes, right? Are they hitting it 7 out of 7 every week? No, but that's why we told them that, because we're expecting an 80% result. Same thing here. You're going to try for every day. You may miss a few days. It's okay. But as that snowball starts to build, it's like throwing one snowball down the hill, then another one, then another one, then another. These snowballs are going to turn into bigger and bigger snowballs as they get down the hill. It's going to create much more impact when six of them crash into the wall rather than one. And it's working smarter, not harder. Okay. So that's what we're going to do for 2024. Start that right now. The holidays are a great time to get these little things organized and delegate some stuff to your team. Be like, hey, in the meantime, over the holidays, can you just, when you're at home, can you just create a page for yourself? Your massage therapists, your chiropractors, your physical therapists, your nurse practitioners, whoever's in your business. If it's just a solo thing there, you're going to make sure you have a clean doctor's page and your business page. There you go. You got two snowballs going down the hill next year, which is absolutely fantastic. As we build those audiences, we're going to do very well. The reason why we want to get away from our profiles is our profiles have completely screwed up the algorithm on our social media. That's the issue of our personal profile. Some of you have been on Facebook for years, since the inception, maybe 2006, 2007, when it opened up. I think maybe 2004 was when it first, whenever you started that. For me, that was during my chiropractic days in school. So when I opened that up, guess who all my friends were? Chiropractors. It's working out for me for Enrico Dolcecore Marketing now. But for my local communities in Canada and in Florida, it's been bad. It's been horrible because Facebook is like, hang on a second. Are you creating content for all your friends that are chiropractors, or are you creating content for the people in your local community? We can't tell. So it picks. It's like, oh, you're doing it for chiropractors around the world. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm trying to open up a new practice here in Florida. It's not working well. And I didn't know this till recently. So that's what's happening there. And many of you have jumbled audiences in the background because you've been using your personal profile personally, posting pictures of your kids, your vacations. Your Aunt Betty is the one that likes all your photos from Iowa, all this stuff. And it's been throwing off the algorithm where Facebook doesn't know who's digesting your stuff. It actually does, but it's not what you think it is. So you can't use your personal profile to really boost anything or do anything because it's going out to the wrong audiences. This gives you a fresh start with your doctor's page. To some of you have your doctor's pages, which is great. Go in there and uninvite or block out the colleagues that you have from all over the country and try and make this hyper local. I do this for our clinic business page all the time. Even though we tell people to come and like our page to see ideas, I will sneak in there and delete all the doctors from around the country eventually, because as I do my ads, I don't want them jumbling up the algorithm in there as well, or the boosts or anything like that. I don't want them seeing it. Then you can also upload emails into your Facebook to exclude them from any future boosts or ads as well. So there's many different ways to go about this in 2024. But let's go back to the beginning here. Being yourself and being authentic, the undervalue that has come with Facebook and $21 exams, and you guys are burnt out and you're not admitting it to yourselves. I'm hearing it loud and clear. People are yelling. They're getting mad at digital agencies. They're getting mad at the same damn Facebook ads. Facebook ads don't work. I'm telling you, they do. It's a strategy in marketing that works. It's just been poorly executed by all the basement dwellers that have been living in their parents' basement trying to make. And I'm going to say this again. If you look at my earlier podcasts, there's 19 and 20-year-olds making 10 times more money than you are as a professional doing this marketing bullshit. And you're like, well, Enrico, you got into it too to make open. No, trust me, I don't have the time to make money off digital marketing. But I truly understand it for my business because I care about my associates, I care about my community, and I care about my team. So I want to make sure we run a thriving business here so that everyone prospers. That's the goal here from a business perspective. From a clinical perspective, it's to give the best possible care in Florida to our patient base. And that's it. That's what wakes me up every day, and that's what brings me to the practice every day. It should you too. So these are the things to look into, and that's the frustration. So if you're frustrated with your digital agency, you join the club. There's a whole bandwagon going on across the country of people really ticked off because it's the same old thing, and they've missed the boat on your profiles. You don't have strong enough profiles to run ads, so you're literally wasting your money on advertising by doing that. You can have the nicest landing pages in the world. If you don't have the right algorithm set up, which is uncontrollable by you, it's based on the content that you put, it's not going to work. Some of you hire me or ask me, and I go check out your Facebook post, and you had 12 posts this year. 12 posts, 12 pictures. Happy Easter, happy back to school, happy Mother's Day, happy Halloween, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. Those are your posts. And then you're like, can I run ads? I'm like, hell no, you can't. Not on that. Not on that business page. We can't use that business page. So what do? Don't waste your money on ads. That's what I'm going to tell you. Well, what else should I do? Well, create some internal events and let's use some other mediums to attract them to your social media so that we can start building this audience. And you can do this really fast. You can do this in 45 days. It's not like you have to wait a whole year. Super fast. So those of you that are going to open up your personal page, right? Your doctor page, professional page. You're going to open up a page, not a profile. You're going to go into your profile. You're going to go to pages, new page. You're going to title it something. It should be your professional name, Dr. Enrico Dolcecore or Enrico Dolcecore, comma, DC, something like that. And that will be your page. Then I'm just going to put my efforts from this moment on to put content to that page. And you're going to watch it the next few weeks, and there's going to be 0 likes and 0 comments on any of the stuff that you post. And you're like, am I wasting time? But then when you go into your ads manager, you start looking at the audiences and the impressions and the reach. All of a sudden, you're getting 300, 500, 600 audience reach. That's what Facebook's starting to do. So the reels and the posts that you put, Facebook's going to put that out there in the algorithm and say, hey, here's this new page out there. What do you guys think? And then as it goes out there and people start to like it, you start to build the audience. Then you can start using boosts for like $10. You boost it for $10 and you put the radius 5 miles around your clinic. So now you're telling Facebook, okay, great job showing my stuff, but please keep it within here in this demographic, 30 to 60-year-olds, male, females. And then now you're boosting to them. So now more reaches and more impressions go to them. Then you get your first likes. Then you get your first followers. And it's not them that are going to become patients. It's just you building the audiences. I hope this makes sense. I'm trying literally to describe the matrix with Keanu Reeves right now that I do not understand how it works. The actual matrix itself, how it works, no one knows how it works because it's now based on AI and it's moving faster than ever with Meta, with Instagram, with TikTok, with YouTube, with Google. They're all using this and they're downloading data faster than ever. They know more about how your behavior is than you do. And they're just tailoring things to you. So that's get into the matrix in 2024. Be part of it. Do you need to learn it and understand it? No, you will go insane trying to learn this thing. Don't do it. But the key to it, the blue and the red pills, are your content, consistent content, video. I wouldn't waste your time with anything else. Shoot videos. I know some of you hate video. Just do it. People really want to know who you are. And the only way to get it out there, the best way to get it out there is through your social media. That's 2023, folks. What a year. It was crazy. And if you feel stressed, if you feel overwhelmed, whether you had a successful year or not, whether you hit your goals or not, if you're feeling that overwhelm, it's a very different year than the other years. I'll be honest with you. I've been through stress. I've been through 2008. I've been through crazy times, 2020. I've been through nuts times for sure in my 16 years. This one is a home run out of the park for craziness. Everyone was affected with this year with what it comes down to energy, and money is energy. People forget that. And that's why everything went so crazy this year. Don't listen to the crap, record Black Friday sales and record Christmas sales. It's not record commodities sold. It's just everything's super inflated. So they're spending more money trying to keep up so the kids can have a couple presents under their tree. That's what's going on, folks. That's the real thing. So if I lost you after this podcast and you think I'm crazy, that's fine. Probably not a good match anyways. If I'm hitting some heartstrings here, stay in the group. Those are the people that I want in the group to move forward in 2024. And those are the people I want to help. 99% of my stuff I put out there is free, guys. Just take it, use it. It's all the tips that I repeat. The consulting that I do is just one-on-one. For people just dragging through the mud, grab my hand and drag me through the same mud you're going through, and let's do it together. That's it. I'll just have some new tools that help us get through there faster and some snowshoes. We can walk on top of the mud and get out of it a lot quicker. Those are horrible analogies. But anyways, I'm tired. It was 2023. I'm so glad it's done. And I want to wish you an absolutely fantastic 2024. It's going to be better. I know it for a fact. If I had to bet on it, it's going to be better because I don't think it could be any worse in 2023. So all the best to you. Take care. Stay well. Enjoy some time off. You know, when they tell you don't take your foot off the pedal, screw them. Take your foot off the pedal for a couple of days. Enjoy the end of the year. And I'll see you in 2024. Big things coming in 2024. And if you've been listening, I promise you one thing, you're going to be ahead of the curve in our entire industry because you're following me. That's my mission for you.